afternoon, Joe Mullings here with Marcelo Cohen for JiuJItsuMania, shooting out of the Armory in Jupiter, Florida. Going to show you a position today, Kimura from side control. I know it's one of the fundamentals and basics that we work on a lot in Jiu-Jitsu because it's a very strong position. I've got a couple of details I've been playing with over the years that going against especially bigger guys, sometimes I find I have a hard time controlling them once I get to attack the Kimura. So look, when I'm in side control here, in classic side control, of course I'm trying to block the hip all the time. I'm keeping my pressure on him. Now, when I transition to my Kimura, what I like to do is I like to slide this arm underneath. When I take this hand out of here, remember to keep the knee here on the hip so Marcelo can't regain guard. So I just don't want that lost on this position. So I stay close, I come underneath here, and I get my position. Now look, this hand comes over and wipes Marcelo's head up against my knee. Now what I'm trying to do is to isolate this arm to attack. First thing I do is I put this hand flat on the mat, because when I stack Marcelo here, I want to use not my lower back, which is susceptible and prone to injury and not as strong by itself. Instead, I put my hand on the mat, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a tricep press-up, push-up, incorporating my shoulder and my lat. Now when I pull up Marcelo, I just lock this here, I keep him against me, and look, I stack him like this, okay? Now, detail, when I have Marcelo's shoulder here, look what I do. I don't leave my arm here. Marcelo makes it too easy for him to put his back on the mat and pulls me forward. Instead, when I stack him, I bring him up, I keep the shoulder, I roll my elbow in almost to the middle of his chest. And I'm putting an enormous amount of force now right here with my forearm. So when I bring Marcelo to here, I'm going to ask Marcelo to do his ABCs. Go ahead.
ABC.
See? A lot of pressure, and I'm not using any gas. All I'm doing is I'm coming and I'm putting pressure down. I'm dropping my center into Marcelino here. That allows me now, put you back on the mat, Marcelo. You can't. Look, because I've anchored him here. I'm not trying to anchor him anywhere else. I'm anchoring him on his weakest point. So look, pop, I pull it in, right in. Now look, this arm comes around, and when I make my position for my attack, my knee comes in, and I secure my Kimura. Okay? So now I'm here. I have a couple options in classic Kimura position. Here's one of my favorite finishes. I learned this from Eduardo Getz in New Orleans about 6 years ago. Boom, boom. Now look, I lean forward. Watch my back leg here. I lean forward and fold that back foot underneath Marcelo's neck. So my ankle's just underneath his neck. I then take my right knee and put it on Marcelo's chest. And all I do is fall to my side here. I extend out my legs and I choke him. Okay? Show it again. So I'm here in my Kimura position with Marcelo. Underhook, wipe the head, use a tricep extension, boom. Pressure here. I'm going to circle this way. Watch. I keep this. Mark this. Bring my knee here to give me some support. Now here comes the Kimura. Boom, right there. Ankle underneath. I put my knee on Marcelo's chest. Why? Because when I fall, I want to start extending out my leg and I want to drag it up underneath his neck. And now look what I do. I just straighten it out, and it's an enormous amount of pressure on Marcelo's neck. Let's just say he's a tough guy. Yeah, see what Marcelo's doing? He's marking so I can't get this locked out. No problem. Look what I do. I keep my Kimura. All I do is roll forward, and I have a wrist lock there. So I'm here in my Kimura. You got that? I roll forward, pop. Okay? I have to keep his elbow against my chest, and it's a wrist lock. So, Kimura, straight leg choke. Hope you enjoy.